Alright, here we are. We've got the car primed. All the body work's been finished. Everything's looking good. All the body lines are nice and straight the way they should be. The gaps are nice and even. Around your headlights here, nice even gap. The headlights were a little more of a challenge than what we originally anticipated, but that's finished. The next step is to block it, sand it, and paint it. And if you look, we got rid of all, if you go back to the previous photos, you can see like the door jambs, all the damage in the jambs, all the gouges and stuff that were in the jambs is fixed. Everything's nice and smooth and even. One of the problems we still have to deal with that I found is down here. If you'll zoom in on this, there's supposed to be a little plate behind here that door pin screws into. I'm going to look in the catalog and see if they sell that plate so I can rivet a new plate in. Other than that, if you'll pan around to the back, everything's looking really nice. All the edges where the bumpers were, all the body line edges are nice and straight. Jennifer, I'll just pan around and give you a good view of the car. The problem that I ran into this car that really kind of set us back on time was the previous repair work. I found a lot of cracks from the wreck, collision damage, and a lot of those little cracks added up, and but everything's been fixed. I would like to show you the bottom of the hood, which is painted. And this is an example of cracks that we didn't know we had. If you could go, you can go back to the photographs, and you'll see there was a crack on either side of the hood here. All that's been repaired. It's back to the factory flat black. Here's one of the other issues that we dealt with, was the hinges. To show you how much I modified these hinges to get this to line up, you can see the difference in length. I actually added an inch to this end of the hinge. You can see their lovely chop job, and you can go back to the photos and see where I welded up the factory holes, made this longer. I also had to cut here to bring this down because the angle was wrong for what they had repaired, and now everything lines up. The hood lines up perfect. Everything's going to line up and work good, and no one will ever know that this is not a modified factory hinge. When these will get painted. Would you like to see some shiny stuff? Follow me. And here we have some shiny new red paint. Just painted the door jambs. The bottom, if you remember, the bottoms of the doors were split. All of this glue was pretty much broken loose. All that's been re-glued, resealed. All the scratches and gouges. Everything's looking really, really sweet, really nice. If you look over here, if you remember, go back to the photos, this was all real dry spray. There were runs in the corners here. None of that. Everything is very shiny. Looks like it's been dipped in red paint. If you can catch an angle of these little pieces that go on the doors to show how smooth and shiny they are. These are done. Here's your other door jamb. And this door was the same way on the bottom. Both doors were broke loose on the bottom. This side didn't line up with the quarter panel. You can go back. I re-glued all that. Got everything to line back up nice. Way better quality than what we had before. That's for sure.